and welcome to Farming Simulator 19 Guide to Railroad Silo West and East. Now I'm doing a little short video on these two as I was talking to a friend and he was unaware that we have silos already on the map, so you don't really need to buy any. Now we'll run through where they are, and they are the Railway Silo West, where we are now at the top of the map, and they've got Railroad Silo East. Now at both of those you can store 200,000 litres of quite a few different grains. If we go into the menu and scroll over to the prices, now this is where you can see what you've got in your silos. Now you see the orange ones are the silos owned, and on this game I do have one silo, and I've also, it says silos other. Now if you scroll along you'll see the barley, I've got 71,190 in other, which is the railroad silo west and east. Now you can store them at either one, it doesn't matter, but you can only store 200,000 of each at each silo, so it's a maximum of 400,000 you can fit there at the moment. Now, one of the reasons you might not have noticed it, but going back to prices again, you can scroll down and there is no railroad silo west and east because they aren't sell points. They're just places you can store your grain, so you don't have to buy anywhere to store it. I think there's a few people who don't realise this at the moment, and my friend was one of them, so I thought we'd do a little video and run through. So at the moment I have got, you scroll over, I've got also soybeans, and I was using the railroad silo as I didn't have any silos of my own from the start, so it's something you can use, so don't worry about finding storage. You've got plenty of storage on the map, and as you see, you scroll along to all the different commodities. If you start, you got your wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflowers and soybeans, corn. You can store potatoes as well, although we can't store potatoes in our own silo. The same with the sugar beets, you can store that in the railroad silos. Cotton you can't store, obviously, and then it's also got the sugar cane. You can also store that in the railroad silos, but you can't store it in our own silos, which is a bit strange. And no grass, straw, any of those items, you can't store that anywhere. Now the other thing is, you can also store them on the train. The train takes up, I think it was over 300,000 litres. So if you're getting to the point you've filled up, you've maxed this silo out, then you can store it on the train. Now using the trains, we'll go into that now. So at the moment on this silo we haven't got anything here, so we're going to dump off what I've got on this trailer, and that's 40,000 of barley. As we drive in, it comes up and says start overloading. Now when you unload, you'll notice the money doesn't go up because you're not selling, you're just storing. That's all you're doing. So now that's stored in there, that's how you store it. You just drive in, drop it down, easy as that. And to take it back out again, you just come underneath the bin, press the L3 on PlayStation, this is, and scroll over, and it shows you all the different commodities you've got. And you see there it says 200,000 litres we've got in this one, maximum storage of each commodity. So we've got the 40,000 barley in there. So don't go buying silos when you don't need to. Now hopefully we can jump on the train and I'll show you, because ideally you can use the train to store or actually load straight into, where you can put the train next to the field you're using and use a conveyor and go straight into it, into the train, and then you can bring it to the railway silos to unload. However, the only place you can sell off the train is the port grain elevator. That's the only place at the moment where you can sell. No, there's no other stops en route, so bear that in mind. It's good for storage, but however, they do buy everything at the port grain elevator anyway, so it's not too bad. And where is the train? We're going to jump in the train. And here's the train, and this is on the railroad silo east. And you see, as we come up to it and we stop, if we go back down to the first cart, now you can cycle through. If you see the top right hand corner, top left hand corner, sorry, you cycle through the different carriages we've got. So we put it onto the one behind, and let's put on the help menu so we can actually see what's going on. And there you got L3 start filling. Now we click start filling, and you can see I've got 71,000 of barley in here, and we scroll over and we've also got 200,000 litres of soybeans. So let's start filling that up with soybeans. And I'm not sure how much each of these. I think it's 100,000, so it's a maximum of 300,000 you can store on the train. So because I put that now on the train, if you go into the silo, you'll be able to drop more off, because it's show there's nothing in that silo. Which will go on to the map and go under the prices, and when we scroll over, you can see the soybeans there. It's going down. So when it's stored on the train, you can't see it on any of the menus. The only way you know it's on the train is to go into the train, and then it'll show you on the train. So it only takes 90,000 per compartment. That is how much it's going to hold. But you can add to your storage if you own the land. Now, I was surprised you could do this. I thought it would only be your own storage points you'd be able to do this, but no. If you go over to the placeables, and we go down to the silos, and when you've got your large silo extension. Now, I do own this land, and I managed to, it's typical, I managed to pick one, put it down here, no problem earlier. I think it's because of the trains there, because I did it not a problem earlier. So let's get this train out the way, and then we can add silos, which adds to the capacity. He's gone. Oh, he stopped dead. He normally rolls off. Right, hopefully now we should be able to put in a silo extension. There it is there. So we do one. I'm not sure if it's going to do. It's because of my bales, I think it doesn't like it. So yeah, I only managed to find one space. I can put it further down, I suppose. No, it's not having it. Probably wants that land clearing a little bit. So anyway, we bought one, and that's cost 90 grand. Now, if you buy the full grain, well, the large grain silo there is 180, and the other one's 110. So already you're saving, because you've just added. It is only 100,000 litres capacity, but if we go back into the prices now, you can see it's 100,000 litres of each commodity again. So you can add a lot more extra to your silos. Now you do have to own the land, so basically up at the railroad at the top, you need to buy that bit of land. Where is it? Oh, that's funny. That one doesn't show you can actually buy it, but this one, you see, it's all highlighted with boards, so you might not be able to place them around there, but if you place them near it, I'm sure it will show up, because it has done on this one. Let's try and place one more on the other side. Maybe. Might be able to get one over here, because I think we own this. Yep, there's a green bit there. It's teasing us. There it is. So we do another one, and we're probably not going to get another one anywhere. But go into the menu again, and now we're on 600,000. So it is a cheaper way of storing, especially when you're starting off and it's 180 grand for storage. You're like, well, don't really want that, or you might not have the right bit of land. But this bit of land, this strip comes, it wasn't too expensive. Select 217. So I know it is, you're spending as much on, you could have bought another silo, but the whole idea is that you can just add to these silos as you need to, especially if you're starting off and you don't want to buy a silo, because I started using it and we didn't have the conversation to say, yep, you can use that. So we wasn't storing stuff. But there you go. So that's all you need to know about the railway. That's strange, that glitched a bit. As soon as I jumped in, it's going back to the same speed. Jump out, stops, and then it's off again. Strange. So there you go, that's everything you need to know about the railroad west and east. So get using those silos instead of using your current, well, buying silos. You don't need to buy silos, you can just use one of these. The advantage, I'm using fields over on the left hand side, field 8, that it's closer than my main silo there. But I'm going to see if I can put a bridge in so I don't have to go over the railway. But that's another episode. Righto, well, I hope this has enlightened you a little bit on what's going on with these silos, and if it's helped, then please give me a like, and if you want to see more content, then hit the subscribe button. I'll always be in your homepage, and you hit the notification, you will always get an email when I upload videos. So thanks for watching, till the next time, goodbye.